Hi everyone, it's Rita. You don't hear the dogs barking, do you? Because they're out for a walk. How are you? They'll be back soon enough to bark at us, I guess. How are you? It is Saturday night, 7 o'clock, and it's time for date night. Isn't that great? I'm trying to think, did we have date night last week or was it our Zoom call? I think it was our Zoom call, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. I have trouble going back in that. But today we are doing a project, and it's actually going to be a Boxwood wreath from a Lia Griffith image that I already started because I wanted to get this done tonight. And it is a big project, so I kind of already started it, just sort of try to get about halfway done so you can see what it looks like before you put the pieces on there, and then how I put them on. Really, there's not a whole lot of skill here because it's just a lot of cutting out and then just placing them. If there's any skill, it's learning how to avoid burns from your glue gun. Today I'm using my extra heavy duty glue gun that I was gifted, and I also have, look, my little finger things. I don't know why I have it on my little finger there. I don't know why I put it there, but maybe that was just a mistake. So I have my little things to try to keep my fingers from burning. And so there's that. I have some really wonderful viewer mail for you tonight. And let's see, what else? Oh, I figured tomorrow, yes, it's a beautiful wreath. It's a beautiful wreath. It's not at all my design. I want to show you where I got the idea from. This is a Lia Griffith design, and this, it has to be well over 5 years ago that I got the idea of doing this. Now, this is slightly different. The cutout piece, which is curved like this, is one that you can find in Cricut Design Space. And if you're looking to do this, then you can grab my link, which I'll also put in the description after tonight. But the one that she shows here is based, it's actually very flat, and let me see here. So there it is, and it's not flat, but straight. And I felt like they were close enough to each other that since this one, the one that I'm doing is in Design Space, that we would do the one that's in Design Space, because not everybody is a member of Lia Griffith's site. And just to talk about her rendition, she has a lot fewer of these branches going on. I actually cut out about 400 of them, and before I came on I did all of the folding of them. So let me just show you. These each have 8 leaves, and they had a little score line. Now, if you're going to do this, now you might not be as fussy as me, so you might not need to cut out so many, but I just love a very full wreath. And so I cut out 400 of these, 200 of each color. I only did 2 colors. You could do 3. Lia did 3. And she also used metallic, like a text weight metallic, I think. Yeah, so she shows hers as 3. And And see, she doesn't have them very thickly put in there, but I really wanted to do it thick. Now, I've done this before, and what I learned was I did not want to see any of the inside of my wreath. She actually used a white foam wreath that she wraps in twine. There's her there. But what I used was this green foam wreath. I believe it's a 14 or 16 inches. But you don't have to do it that big. You can do, if they have a 12-inch form, you can do that. You can even make little baby ones, and that would look great. I made this like 5 years ago, and it looked great. Like, I had it up inside my house, of course, and I had it up for years, like several years. But then Owen came along and closed the door really quickly, and it fell off, and so the form broke, and I just decided I'm just going to throw it out and I'll make a new one. Well, it's now been a couple of years since I did that, so I figured it was time to make another one. So I'm going to continue on with putting these on here, but I just want to point out that I wrapped this in burlap because I felt like the burlap would hold the glue better than the foam. And I started here, and then I'm working this way around, and when we get to here, we're going to have to do some tucking in. But I wanted to point out that we did this here on the inside, like this, and also in the back I started, but I need to put a few more so that a few will be sort of sticking out, so it gives it kind of a little bit of a wild look to it. Hi, Deanna from Oregon. Nice to see you. And so I'm just going to get started working on this. First of all, so what you need is a foam wreath and maybe some burlap to wrap it. This was actually like a burlap ribbon that I got on clearance. And then I cut from Cricut. This is Cricut cardstock in two different colors. One is spring green and the other one is just green. I'm not sure that it's in stock right now, but I did have some. And I cut them all out, and I did fold them so that they'd have a look of, a fullness to it, right? And so now we're going to use the glue gun, and I have a really big glue stick here, and I'm going to show you how I do this. And really, there's not a whole lot of instruction with this. It's just simply a matter of being careful with the glue, because I always burn myself with the glue. And so the way that I am going to be doing this is very carefully and with my little fingers on there. There's not a lot of skill with this. And that's what's great is if you cut everything out, you can achieve this really beautiful wreath just by, cutting it out and just being patient and putting these on there just so. Don't try to rush it. If you rush it, you'll end up with like things like this, which is the glue, and you have to be careful that the glue doesn't get all stringy. And I will go back and pull out some of those strings that happen, but I am just doing this one at a time. So we're just laying them in, and again, they're circular, not circular, but they're like bent like this. So I decided to work this way, like kind of clockwise, and sort of move along the top, but then also being aware of the side pieces as well. So there is that. Hey, so I have some viewer mail tonight, some really awesome viewer mail, and I want to show you that. I'm trying to think what else we've got tonight. The dog now is back, so he's doing his obligatory barking now. So when you wrap this up with the burlap, I didn't wrap it super tightly because I figured it would give it more fullness, you know? And so that's what I was kind of going for. So, you know, don't worry if your burlap isn't completely tightly wrapped around. And it's really just an eye thing where you would just kind of put these pieces on. I'm gluing them at their bottom here. And again, all this like stringy stuff, gonna have to pick off at the end, but you're gonna end up with a wreath that you can have in the spring. It was indeed a spring wreath when it first came out, but boxwood's also beautiful in the fall and especially winter. I used to decorate my window boxes with boxwood and holly, and it looked just so fabulous. Now, you might recall that we did a wreath very similar to this at Christmas time, and I sent it to my mom. So I might have to do this again, but with the Christmas bits on it. And we also worked on something that looked very similar to this for mistletoe, although it was a little smaller and it had berries. So I'm not sure that this is very, very genuine boxwood wreath looking, but I wanted to make sure that we used a free graphic instead of having to figure out a way to get you a graphic that was protected under her membership. Okay, so just gonna sort of keep moving along here. You're doing the same thing, Deborah? Yeah, who among the group are going to be trying this or something like this? I like this. I think this would be really nice also if you wanted to do some garland. And I think Lia did it with garland. She also then did it with a little fancier image, but I actually don't like it. I like the real cleanness of this. And I'm not using any real rhyme or reason about the colors. I am just simply picking them up as I go along. I only did 2 colors, like I said, but you could certainly do 3. And just placing them on there and making sure that I'm getting some on the side and some on the inside here. And so that's really all there is to it. There's not a whole lot to show you, except a really pretty final result. I love wreaths. I love garland and banners and wreaths. They're just some of my favorite projects outside of cards. And if you guys are open to it, I'd love to make a summer wreath as well. I've always wanted to. And so I'd like to maybe do that with some summer things, maybe even a patriotic one. I don't know, but, just something to hang in the summertime. I always have plenty of fall and winter and spring florals, but don't have a whole lot of summer florals for some reason. I don't know why, but stuck on me. But yeah, I'd like to do that. The other thing, and I have to, my friend Aledra, or our friend Aledra, sent me this thing in the mail and in the email about like these creative boxes where you can buy and then like craft with your friends. And I started thinking, wow, wouldn't that be kind of fun if we could put together some sort of craft that we could do together. It would require some forward thinking about how we'd get everybody to get the boxes, but I don't know if that's something that would interest you, but I thought, boy, that would be kind of a fun thing to do if we had all of the materials available, and then you could just buy the box and craft along with me, because I love the idea of crafting. Maybe we could do something like that on one of the Zoom calls. That might be a good thing. So, let's see, what's the other thing? Hey, so there's a big giveaway going on with, well, you know, we have a giveaway going on. We have the Joy giveaway that's happening. And by the way, we have one more week of you being able to put your name in. And if you are already following me, make sure that you at least just share or comment or like some of the videos and get your name in, because you could win yourself a brand new Cricut Joy full of, and plus a bundle full of all kinds of products. And I want you to get your name in. But there's also a giveaway happening for kind of, I think for Mother's Day, kind of, for the straight from Cricut, and the winner is going to get a maker and a mug press, which is like over $500. I think that, and I think the winner also gets to give away one. I think that's the way it goes. And really all you need to do is share a project and follow Cricut on social media, Facebook and stuff like that. So it's worth a shot, right? And we've done so many wonderful projects. I just want to encourage you, because I see some of the projects you guys have created, the flowers. You've done a great job with those roses we made this week. What else did we make this week? So if you missed anything and you're just tuning in, we made giant roses, and we made, let's see, I'm trying to think what we did. We did mugs. We did some mugs, and on Sunday, what did we do on Sunday? Oh, we did some iron-on with Smart Iron-On. So I'll be sure to get out my email that gives all of the projects and the YouTube links to all that we did this week. And then I'll be back tomorrow for brunch at 1 o'clock. And what I decided to do, I was thinking about working on cards because I finally got my stock of cards together, but I decided that I wanted to do a mug that is infusible ink with writing on it, and then possibly taking a picture and from a sublimation to kind of show you how to do that, because I think people were intrigued, but they didn't have their sublimation printers yet. So I thought, that could be something we could do tomorrow. So for brunch. And then going forward into the week, next week, I just want to focus more on some flowers and some cards. We have Earth Day too, so I have a flower for Earth Day. It's a I can always say it wrong, Gerber daisy that we're gonna do for Earth Day, which is Thursday. Okay. And then on Monday, which is mystery material, I thought that I would show you guys how to change out your rotary blades, because that does require a few steps. And if you are cutting fabrics, and I see that some people are cutting fabric to make dog bandanas and what have you, then you may eventually need to change out your rotary blade. So there is that. Gerber, how do you say it, Nikki? Gerber daisies. I don't know how to say it. But they're just beautiful, stunning. When I first saw them, it was actually at the Topsfield Fair, which is like this really big old fair that they have here on the North Shore. in Topsfield. That's why it's Topsfield is the name of a town. Actually used to be part of Salem and Peabody, which is weird because it's like everything was Salem. But anyway, so there's the oldest continuous fair is in Topsfield. And I remember going into the flower barn and seeing for the first time in my life, this, you know, I was in my 20s or something, but I had never seen Gerber daisies and I had never seen dahlias. And I was blown away. I thought they were fake. They were so beautiful. And so I want to do this dahlia that I found online, and I want to give you that, or at least point you to the right, in the right direction for it. But it's like an oversized dahlia, but it takes a lot of paper, and so I want to show you how to do that as well. But they're just so beautiful. Yeah, they are. And, you know, people who try to replicate them actually create some things like a cone wreath. Do you know what a cone wreath is? It's just quite literally what it sounds like, you know, cones that are put all around and then sort of layered. And, you know, it sort of marginally looks like a dahlia, but this, I did find this one free file that is just looks like a giant dahlia. It's so beautiful. So we're going to work on that as well. And I don't know what you guys think of this idea, but kind of getting a little bit of a bug to sew some more things. And I found this great project book. And I'm thinking Earth Day, and you guys know I love all that, like recycle and repurpose stuff. And I found some really wonderful projects, including making your own sort of like saran wrap or cling wrap or whatever you want to call it out of beeswax and fabric that I really want to try. And I was wondering if you guys want to see that sort of thing, or are we going to stick straight with straight with just Cricut crafts. And I suppose because you have to use an iron to melt the beeswax. I suppose I could use my Easy Press, so maybe that would be a Cricut craft. But it's really an amazing thing. You don't you use it to like kind of wrap leftovers or sandwiches and stuff. I think that would be kind of fun. And what was the other thing? Oh, and I also got some washable pens in. Finally, I placed an order and I got them. And so I wanted to show you, that's on Monday. I'm going to show you how we did like quilting hexagon. Remember we were doing the quilting hexagons, but I was using a real pen and not the washable pen, but I want to show you how the washable pen works as well. So I got a lot planned for the week, and of course I'm always open to ideas. If you have any, I'm all ears, so you can always send me an email at missreaditotherescue@gmail.com, or you can, you know, comment in my group, and so there's that. And I'm going to do a little bit more here, and then I'm going to do my viewer mail, because I don't want people to miss the viewer mail, and then I'll continue on with this this project. So again, if you want to make this, it's just a matter of cutting it out, and you don't have to go crazy with making too many cutouts, but I really like it full because I'm not going to put any more decoration on this. You know, I suppose I could put some other decoration on it, but I just like it plain like this. t-shirt quilt. A red light on your maker. You may need to turn it off and turn it back on again. I've had that happen when things jam in my maker. I've had things jam in my maker. Was it because of a jam? Or is it just kind of a red light that just came on? Yeah, I like it very full. So I might have cut out a few too many, but remember, we're going to go back and fill in. But I'm almost done, and I used one of the 2 bags of these that I had. So let me just put this, now, don't you, I got Benji under my feet going in the boxes. Do not go into boxes, silly dog. Do not. Let me show you my viewer mail. Oh, so many nice things came in from viewer mail. And I also want to show you this book. Hey, you. No, don't do that, please. Okay, so viewer mail. Here is from Deborah Mackey. And look at these butterflies. I love them. They're like layered. Isn't that great? And all that pen work as well. Beautiful job, Deborah. Let's see what she says. Absolutely love your class. I learned so much. I start my day with you. Sure hope you continue on the good health road. Debbie Mackey. Thank you, Debbie. Isn't that great? This gives me the idea of a butterfly wreath. I want to do a all butterfly wreath. But I have to conceptualize it a little bit more. But so beautiful. And monarchs are my favorite too. And let's see. This one is from Diana Golden. Now, I wonder, Diana, is this from Design Space, or did you buy it? Because it looks a little bit like a Laurie Whitlock card, but I really love it. And it says, to Rita, wishing you a very happy birthday and blessed year. Love, your Cricut Chat friend, Diana Golden. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So pretty. And my favorite, it's pink. Pink. And let's see. The next up is Nancy, who knows I just love my corgis. Is this the one? Yeah, this is from Nancy. Yep. So it says, look at now, she did a print and cut. Such a great deal, Nancy. Good job. And she put little corgis on here. And look, she even put little corgi on the corgi butt sticker. Hope your birthday is amazing. And she even made a little Cricut guy sending birthday love. Boy, she's learning a lot. And I've got some stickers also from her for my corgi friend. Thank you so much. That's Nancy from Sarasota, Florida. And then next up is from, I'm trying to remember the name, Daryl, right? I think this is from Daryl. She sent, we made this card, remember? Sorry I'm late. Happy birthday. Happy belated. Hope Owen treats you well. And the pups too. Thanks for all the amazing advice you give us daily. Birthday blessings, Daryl. Wonderful. So pretty. And then I think this is the last one. And it got because we got tons and tons of rain. And it's from Kathy Mordecai. And it includes, look at this, includes a Dairy Queen gift card. And what a cute, look at with the birds and the ice cream. It's your day with sprinkles on top. It's so cute. And here's something I want to point out. I love this. It's a handmade with love sticker. And then she wrote, Kathy here. and says, have an awesome birthday and many thanks for all the awesome tutorials. Enjoy this Dairy Queen card with your son, Kathy. I just love that. And I especially love, and I think we're going to talk about that this week as well, about making sure that we always sign the back of our cards, because they are little works of art. So thank you all for the beautiful cards. I do so appreciate it. And then this is the book that I was talking about that I found because I just got a brand new bookcase. So I was moving some things around, and where there was this one thing, there's lots of cute little things like lunch bags and what have you, but the one thing that struck me right away is this sandwich wrap, and it's literally fabric that's been infused with beeswax, and it makes it so that the fabric is well, it's waterproof because of the beeswax, but it's also foldable, so you can put things like sandwiches in them or leftovers. And so I thought that would be a fun project for us to work on going forward. So I don't know if you guys are interested in that, so let me know. And yeah, so let's continue on with this. I actually turned off this ginormous glue gun. It's a really big glue gun, and I'm so afraid of burning myself with it. So I'm so glad I found my little rubber tips, whatever they are. Yeah, so return address stickers are really important, but also thank you, just like little, just to confirm that you guys are putting that your name on the back. I just think that's so important. We have to really encourage one another about that, because we are little tiny artists, and we need to view our work. I know for a really, really long time, when I was talking, when I was doing things, I'd tell people, I'm just a crafter. Oh, I like to do crafty things. And then I decided, I'm downplaying my own, work. There are a lot of people that don't. And this was before, kind of like the whole artisan movement or the maker movement started. So going way back, and people would be like, oh, it's handmade. Now people love the handmade stuff. But way back then, it was sort of not as encouraged, and so then when I started making soap and stuff, people were like, why would you make soap? Just go to the store and buy it. But I just said, well, I just want to learn the process. I want to understand how it's made. And I just kind of think maybe I can make it even better, just like baking a cake, or making, something at home. I just think handmade is always best, but I didn't always think that, and I didn't always give myself that sort of encouragement. And so I want to encourage you all, because it's really important what we do with our hands. It really does shape the way we think about ourselves and our life, and how we contribute to the world and everything. Some people have jobs that maybe they don't feel like they're making super impact or something, and this is a way for them to make an impact. I don't know if you guys feel, there's a satisfaction of having done it, and trying too, because sometimes I honestly have never hardly ever, except if it came to painting, because I'm really just not a very good painter. But most of the time when I see a craft, I don't say, oh, I could never do that. I think, how could I do that? You know, and figure out a way to do it. But I know a lot of people, they look at it and they say, oh, you're so creative. I could never be that way. And honestly, I think everybody has creativity in them. And it's just a matter of finding what they like to do or what they feel that they're good at, you know, instead of, you know, trying to say, oh, I'm just not creative in that way. And I think there's a lot of very creative people in the world. I think everybody has that creativity, that power to create, but they just don't know it or give themselves permission to do that, you know. And it doesn't matter the medium you choose as long as you try something. You know, so I don't know, that's me going blah, 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 talking so much about creativity. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. It makes you feel better. It's psychologically better. And we started talking, I think it was yesterday, about when do you like to craft? Now I craft every single day, but I know that some people can't because they have jobs or they have families that they're taking care of. So when do you find time to craft? And do you do it for you? Is it time that you set aside for yourself? That's, you know, I remember my friend Becky talking about taking care of ourselves. My friend Becky, who is also a Cricut crafter, and she has started this sort of journey to take better care of her body. And I am having to do that now that I have beat cancer and I want to be healthier and I need to get back to swimming and stuff. And so this morning I went out down into our city and with my son and my friend Linda, and we went out to pick up trash around the city. And first of all, it was snowing and I did not dress appropriately for the occasion. I absolutely did not. And so, of course, my head got wet because it was snowing. And I thought that it was going to clear up, and I didn't, I really did not plan it that well. But we got down behind the fire station, and I was like, whoa, I haven't walked outside for a year. I mean, because of the pandemic, it just feels like I haven't done any of that for like over a year. Isn't that weird? And I got tired very quickly. I'm sure some of it had to do with the fact that it was snowing and I was not dressed appropriately. But still, it was like, wow, I have not really exercised, having been sick, and I probably should have exercised, but then also COVID. So that was like a rude awakening where I was like, I can only go it was just an hour. I normally could do like maybe 2 hours, but no way. No way I could have done that today. So I did almost an hour and I felt like worn out. Yeah, we were. Someone's saying we were deconditioned, but I used to swim at the Y every single day for an hour before COVID happened, and then I just couldn't go to the Y anymore because they closed it down, and I was like, oh wow, I just had I have to go swimming. But then after a while you sort of settle into a routine of being sort of sloth-like or something. So I need to get back to the Y. I don't know if I'll wait until after I get both of my shots, but but I need to get back to the Y. I need to get back to swimming. It really works on your psyche as well as your physical health, you know. I don't know if other people feel that way, but you know, when you're sick and you're also, you know, in a pandemic, it sets you back, but got to get back to it. So I started also with this online, it's like an app. It's called Noom, where you track your exercise and you track your food, and just kind of getting back into that discipline of, you know, being responsible for my food and my eating, and drinking water and exercising and stuff. So it started that this week as well. I don't know if you guys have had any luck with that or another program. I know there's some people who track, but I just did not want to get surgery. I mean, I'm not against people getting surgery. I just did not want to get surgery. So, and I know that I can do this. I just need to be more disciplined, you know? So we're getting towards that end part, and we're going to have to fill in right here under these there. A hot tub. Ooh, that sounds like a nice thing to have. My sister, who came by this week for my birthday, she said, you should get a pool, because she knows how much I like to swim. But I don't have a big yard to have a pool. I don't know what she was thinking. I think she just thought, wouldn't it be nice in the summertime that she could just kind of pop in and go in the pool, but there's no way I could have a pool. Not a in-ground one anyway, maybe an above-ground one, but it would be like my entire backyard. And that time's going to be with us soon enough. Now it's cold and rainy, but it will be pretty soon. It'll be super hot and sunny. So there's that. Whoa! What do you do about this stuff? Ah! Yeah, I'm just going to keep it green. You know, just a green wreath. And I suppose I could put like a little like sign or happy spring or something. But nah. But here's what I was thinking about with the butterfly wreath. Is I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to do maybe a couple of different kinds of butterflies, and using like black on the top, maybe using vinyl for the black, but then cutting out in a rainbow color, like different rainbow colors, and then making it the rainbow. I was thinking that would be fun, but it sounds like a lot of work. And I don't know, I'm just going to have to think about how I would do it. But would anybody like to see that? I think that would be kind of fun. I just think it would be a lot of work. Which I'm not opposed to a lot of work. But so it looks like 400 pieces was pretty good estimate, because I still need to fill in, and I've got like a half a bag left, so that's pretty cool. And I want to get in on the inside here. What do you think? Think it's coming out okay? So yeah, you like the butterfly? I just love butterflies. We have a butterfly. We're trying to get this butterfly way station, So apparently, you know, what's happened is sort of like kind of the same story as the bees, where there's been so many people that have built up along the East Coast especially. And so butterflies have to migrate every year from all the way up to from Canada all the way down to Mexico, the monarchs anyway, and they have to find places where they can stop and rest, and they have all these different cycles. Like some of them don't ever migrate, but some of them do migrate, and unfortunately, because of all the build-up or the, you know, the development, they aren't finding places where they can rest and eat, and they love like milkweed, and they need places where they can drink and stuff like that and mate. So one of our citizens in the city suggested, I guess she was on a vacation, and she saw something called a butterfly way station. And it was like an official Department of Conservation thing. And she said, why don't we have that here in our city? And I said, that's a fabulous idea. And one of the city councilors asked me if I would head up that. And so I work with my friend who works on the community garden. And so we can plant things like milkweed and butterfly bushes and things like that to attract them to our city. So they have a place to stop along the way when they are coming from Canada. So there's kind of a fun project. And then I started thinking about bees, and boy, wouldn't I love to have a place. I think I'm going to talk to my friend at the community garden about trying to get some beehives, because I know we have some beehives at the farm, the Brooksby farm, but that is more of a commercial endeavor and less of a community endeavor. And I just really would love to have the community understand the importance of bees, because they are so important. Did anybody ever see that movie with Jerry Seinfeld called The Bee Movie? It was my son's favorite movie when he was growing up. He just loved that movie. I watched it a gazillion times with him. And, oops, this does not look good right there. And so it just kind of homed in on the importance of bees to humans. And it was really an important movie in that way. It was also funny as well. Bee movie. It was so cute. And it was just like, it's amazing how like bees will do the same thing their whole life, and they'll make all this honey, and they barely need hardly anything, but they still work every single day, even though they make all the honey they need. So I don't know, the design of the bees is a pretty amazing thing. I need some more of the dark green. Dark green. I've gotten too much light there. Almost done though. So I'm finally going to have my wreath back, starting to look right. I know that this part looks a little bit sparse, but I think it looks pretty good. Let me just turn it over so you can kind of see what I've got here. I think I might try to put a few here on this side, just so that I do not want to see any of the wreath. Not that I just like it that way. So, and then plus it will stick out a little bit. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you like it. And this you can do, clearly. It's not a difficult thing. It just takes some patience, and especially with cutting it out. I was able to, and you could cut this out on your Joy if you want, but if you're going to cut out 400 of them, that could take you a lot of time. But on a 12 by 12 mat, I was able to get, I believe, 10 on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So then I took a 20 pack of, was actually I think a 25 pack of Cricut cardstock that I had in the greens, and just kind of laid them all out and did them all at once. I just cut them all, and I just kept piling them up, and then I was able to amass that many. I need some lighter ones on this side. And actually, this was I used this to demonstrate that greenery one last Christmas. So use what you got. I wasn't able to get to Michael's this week. Oh, I remember. I have some new alcohol ink projects. So if you guys got alcohol inks and you want to do some projects, let me know, because I got some new alcohol. I have an alcohol ink card project that we can do, and that includes acetate. So if you got acetate, we can do that. And what else did we oh, I got a ton of infusible ink in, so I was thinking about doing some more shirts for the upcoming Earth Day too. So we're gonna have a good time. All right, we're almost done here. What do you think? I think I need to put a little bit more, and I will fuss with it a little bit more. I don't know if you guys, when you make wreaths, if you've ever made a wreath, but usually I won't put it up right away, because I want to be able to like kind of look at it with fresh eyes and make sure that I didn't miss any spots. And I think I have a little spot right here. This is so much fun. And it's never going to die. That's the great thing. It's not going to die. It's going to last forever, as long as Owen doesn't slam the door. Now, that brings me to putting it, how I will put it on, you know, what I will do. And I think what I will do is I will carefully inch some twine here on the back. Before, I didn't do that. I actually put like kind of a glued on thing, and it just kind of came off. But I'm going to put some twine around the top so that it won't fall off. You better get cutting. Yeah, Bran. It's so beautiful. You'll have it forever. And you don't have a little one that, well, he was little at the time, but that would make it come off. It's really pretty. I really like it. And Leah is so, you know, she's so creative and amazing. That is that. So what do you think? I love it. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, and I actually got it done within the hour. That's pretty amazing. Yay. So, let's see. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to tell you, because I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while, but I did see you yesterday. So, oh, I love you guys. It's so much fun to be in this, you know, to be in this role. And I just so enjoy our time together. I think it's a lot of fun, and it really keeps me creative too. So, maybe I could, yeah, I just love you guys. So that is it for tonight. That went by really fast. So I hope that you will get inspired. And remember, you don't have to do this size. You could do a smaller wreath form, and it would still come out looking really beautiful. This, again, I believe it is a 16-inch wreath, or it might be a, let's see, 12, kind of 14. I think it's a 14-inch wreath, not a 16-inch wreath. 14-inch. But I'm sure that they have some that are 12 and even 10 maybe. And so I just think it's really just a really nice classic looking classic looking wreath for year round. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you, Nancy, also for the card. Love, love, love my corgi stickers. And tomorrow we'll be back for brunch. And remember, we're going to be at 1 o'clock. And I think that what we'll do, let me grab these two. I think we'll probably do something similar to this, but on the Joy. So we'll use the transfer tape. The transfer sheets, infusible ink transfer sheets, and maybe even get some writing in there. Now, what I did here was I cut out a spot and took a sublimated picture of one of my dogs and put it in there. So I might just show you, because I think a lot of people liked this, but some people didn't get to see this video. So, and I don't think we did it on the Joy. Now, the other thing that I will mention is some people have been having, and I've heard this from some people, is cutting infusible ink on their Joy. They've had a little bit of trouble. So I want to troubleshoot that, because there are a few things that you can do when you don't get a really good cut using any of the machines. There's a couple of little tricks that you can try, and I want to show people on how to do that. So let's work on that tomorrow. Okay. Thanks everybody for coming today. I really appreciate it. And we will see, we'll see you. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. And we'll see you again tomorrow, and then start a whole new week of Cricut crafting. Thanks for coming. Aw, nice to see you, Wendy. Take care. Bye, everyone.